Hey, Michael here. Made it through another month of the year-long drawing challenge. I think today was day 59, so February, last day. Um, and I thought I'd just share a few more thoughts like I did with January, just kind of let you know what it was like drawing this month. It was a good month. I started doing kind of themes for some weeks, so I think I had Nicktoons week, video game week. Right now I'm in the middle of original characters week, and that's been pretty cool. It's nice because it makes it easy for me to pick what I'm going to be doing the next day. Did a lot of fan requests. Got, I think, a little more following. Seems like more people are leaving comments and liking the stuff on like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, so that's going well. I'm still having a lot of fun with it. It's kind of reminds me of drawing when I was a kid in some ways, because you're just drawing stuff that you like for the most part. I mean, some of it I'm not as familiar with that people request, but it's still fun to draw. And like when you're a kid, you just draw it, and then you're done and you move on, so it's kind of freeing in that way. It's not like working hard on a singular comic or book with a vision where you have to keep going back. Once it's done, which is very nice. Other things that happened this month, I started doing more digital drawings, and then recently I got a new software. I usually use Photoshop. Wanted to try something new, and I'd gotten a gift card with a little money, so I decided to use it towards getting Clip Studio Paint Pro. So for a long time I had heard about like Manga Studio, and this is related to that. It's pretty cool. If you've worked in Photoshop, you'll feel comfortable with it because there's a lot that's the same, but it expands on what you can do with Photoshop as far as drawing, and it just feels nicer to draw in. The pen tool and pencil tool and things feel more accurate, so that's pretty nice. Still using my Intuos Pro. I'd like to upgrade to something with a screen at some point. Hopefully I could save up something towards that. Maybe an X Pen, or I'd love to get a tablet that I could bring anywhere, like a Cintiq, but those are pretty pricey. So I don't know if I'll ever get to there, but maybe an X Pen. That seems to be like a good cheaper option. Let's see what else we got going on. I got a thing to hold the phone when I am recording drawing. I did more drawing videos. Those seem to be pretty popular. Just take a look at some of the drawings, see what comes to mind. I don't really have a ton planned on what to say. As far as kind of the toll of drawing every day, physically I did start to notice a little bit of pain. It's not just from that. I mean, I work all day on the computer too, typing, but it seems like just recently I started to get a little bit of pain associated with my elbow and kind of spraying down my arm, so I started doing some exercises with that. Hopefully that helps. It hasn't been that hard to come up with ideas, and it's still fun. There's very few days where I just like don't want to draw. I actually want to draw, and sometimes when I'm done, I'd like to start the next one right away, but I hold off till the next day. But it does make me want to do more drawing in general, and I have been talking with Alex recently, and it sounds like we may be bringing back at least one of the comics, maybe two. We talked about maybe doing a little bit of I'm Famous, and then and bringing that back for kind of a mini run, and then working on the next Black Snow graphic novel, so I'm excited about that. And also I'm probably going to start doing some Optimistically Cynical very soon, so that'll be fun too. So taking a look, we got Johnny Cash, Speed Racer. Speed Racer one, I did my best. I don't know, the big manga eyes can throw me off. It's not my style. Zombie Hulk, someone really wanted me to do. That one's kind of fun. SpongeBob singing the Sweet Victory I did as kind of a topical tribute thing for the Super Bowl, since a lot of SpongeBob fans really wanted that to be sung as a tribute to the creator, and it didn't happen, and that seemed to get a good amount of attention. People really liked that one, so that was pretty cool. The Tick, I really liked the way that turned out. if you read my stuff or follow, you know I'm a big Tick fan. Earthworm Jim, of course, I've always loved that since I was a kid. Piranha Plant, I went with kind of a more realistic, scary looking one. And that was because he was the new guy in Smash Bros, another kind of topical thing. If you follow me, you know I'm a gamer. This was kind of cool. This is when I started doing some more digital. I have a friend that is really, really good at making fake movie posters, and they are really cool. And I thought I'd give that a shot myself. So got Fight Club, where I did half of Ed Norton and half of Brad Pitt combined together, which if you've seen the movie, you should know what that's about. Then I did one for The Shining, where I took some like classic images of the three main characters and put the hotel in the background. And I like the way that one looks too. It's pretty darn cool. And currently I'm listening to the audiobook of the sequel to The Shining. So did you know there's a sequel? It's called Dr. Sleep. Then Nicktoons Week, Rocket Power, Cat Dog, Doug, Real Monsters, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy. I love the way the Ren and Stimpy one came out. It's really good. And Rocko's Modern Life came out good as well, which I'm happy those two came out. Well, I do my best with all the stuff, but if it's something I really love, like those were two of my favorite cartoons. So I give it maybe a little bit extra effort because I really don't want to screw up those ones. So you may notice stuff like that occasionally. And I have requests for other Nicktoons, so maybe I'll have to do a follow-up week at some point, or just like a general cartoon week and work those in or something, or just do them when there's a week without. I don't think I'm going to do a theme every week. There's probably just going to be some weeks where I just do whatever. Then I did the video game week, so Hollow Knight, that came out really cool. That's probably my favorite marker drawing I've done so far. And I think I'm actually going to try to hang that in my game room because I really like the way it turned out. Solid Snake, a fan request. I forgot this character's name, Ralsei, I think it is, from the Undertale sequel. I'm not familiar, but it was a request. As was this one from one of the Call of Duty games, this Ghost character. Dante from Devil May Cry. And then Shovel Knight was a request and one that's one of my favorite games, so I was really wanting to do that one. And then this Oddworld one of Abe. I love the Oddworld games. That was a request too. I actually didn't think of it, but I was happy to draw it. Used to draw that stuff as a younger Michael. So, and this was the first drawing I did testing out Clip Studio, and I was very happy with the results. So, then the originals week, we got Optimistically Cynical. We got the teddy bears hanging out here, Philo and Kingston. Detroit Mock City, so that took me back. That's kind of fun to do. It's fun to draw something in grayscale too. I haven't drawn a digital grayscale thing for a while. So we got Happy hanging out on the streets of Detroit with this cardboard saying I love Detroit. Detroit Mock City, if you've never seen, was a comic from about I guess 7 years ago, and it was created to try to win a contest, and it's kind of me and Alex taking a stab at political humor and really putting the focus on Detroit, since we do a lot of stuff based in Detroit and around Detroit. And it was a good comic. We only did 10 of them for the contest, and of course if we won or if it became like super popular, we would have done more, but that didn't happen. But it has gotten a little attention since. I've had people reach out to me that really enjoyed it, so it feels good. And then the most recent two, The Lone Wolf from I'm Famous. So that was fun to draw and got me thinking about what it would be like to work on it again. That's when I had talked with Alex last night about it. So hopefully that happens. That'd be fun to work on again. I think I'm Famous is the thing that I've worked on that makes me laugh the most. I go back and look at it, and it still cracks me up. I can't say that for some of the stuff like stands out to me more, but I'm Famous consistently like just cracks me up. It's just so weird. And then today, Day Camp, so that's an old deep cut. I think that was our first comic strip. I'm pretty sure. I forget how old it is at this point. I guess I could look, but that one we did. Black Snow was the comic book, and then Day Camp was our comic strip. And it's kind of autobiographical. It's based on my time going to YMCA summer camp. Well, not just my time, Alex's time too, because he co-wrote it and he was there with me. That's where we met. And that's also where I met my wife. So it was a influential time. So that's where it's at now. Since we're ending the month on a Thursday, I have a couple more originals that I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week, so that'll be nice. Of course, Black Snow's got to get in there. The whole thing's named after him. Got to feature him. Let's see if there's what else is there to say. I feel like the art's really improved by doing this daily. I feel like I've hit a pretty good stride where if someone requests something, I'm pretty confident I can do it. Especially if it's character based. It's also gotten to the point where I look at something like look at my hand and I can imagine exactly how I draw it. I could look at pretty much anything, and I'm just picturing the drawing in my mind, and I'm able to get that down on paper, so it's feeling pretty nice. I don't know if I'll stick with doing so many digital or if I'll keep going back and forth, or probably just depend how I'm feeling. Right now I'm still just excited, having fun with my new software, so it's feeling good. If I ever do get something like an X Pen, I'm sure I'll want to do as much digital as I can for a while, because I'll be so amped up to be drawing on a screen. As far as what to come, more drawing, I guess. We still got a bunch of days left this year. Let's see, 365 days in a year. We're almost 60 days in, so we got a little over, 307 days left. Is that right? 306. Yeah, somewhere around there, 306. So we're very close to nothing. We got a lot left. So I don't know what I'm saying anymore, so that's probably a good time to end it. And I guess I'll do one of these next month. Later.